We so focused on what the outside is doing to us, putting hurt upon us. We forget that if we're stronger on the inner core, ain't nothing nobody else can do. I go through the same emotions and the same, feelings that y'all go through.
Yeah.
So if they, put that as being the leader of this generation, then so be it.
Thousands of fans were lined up, waiting for their turn to meet this young man who speaks to them through his music.
The reason why we on earth today, it's all a test. It's almost like an experiment, God's experiment. When are we gonna understand that we are put on earth to love?
I've gained so many friends just listening to Kendrick Lamar, so.
He's spitting game to us, and he's telling us the truth.
He's living proof that great things come straight out of Compton.
Kendrick Lamar, one of the most influential creators of this generation. And personally, I think he might be the only artist to have the whole industry to vouch for his greatness and creativity.
I can never tell what the fuck he's gonna do.
Right.
Because he is such a chameleon of styles and he can fucking do pretty much anything, right? And he's so proficient at it, he's so good at it, and you don't know what you're gonna get. That to me is like a top tier lyricist.
I don't know, but I'm a huge fan of him and his talent, and I'm looking forward to collaborating with him. He just respects the craft of rap, and in this time, at this time right now, yeah, that's all I'll say about that.
Even if Kendrick amassed all this Grammys and respect, growing up he was just a normal kid with a passion for the artistry.
Best to call a doctor. I make sure them rookie medical surgeons get out. Braid on you, pistol whip and break the face on you. Shit I does it my way like Sinatra. I let the infrareds down, mission, dot you, scope and spot you. Move wrong and I got you.
Even if he came from a harsh environment, he was always dedicated in finding inspiration to find something new and fresh for his sound.
Of course there are certain rhythms and tempos and certain note changes in music that immediately appeases the ear. But when something just feels good, it can be a tree branch falling off the ground and somebody hitting that right key or that right lyric on that tree branch, and it'd be the biggest thing in life. You just can't stop sound, you can't stop frequency. I truly believe, and music is just like that, and it's simple,
Even though Kendrick Lamar has created multiple record-breaking hits, he continues to search for the big one. He remains dedicated to mastering his craft.
The need to never be content or to be comfortable. You always want to continue to grow. So whatever that challenge is, I'm always looking for. Always searching for that next thing that, inspired me within writing. It could be another word, it could be another concept, another song, another album. But it's just a challenge. It's just a search to write that perfect verse or that perfect song. I probably will never get it, but I know one thing's gonna keep me driven.
Right.
To keep going hard.
Met him, but the first time we got up on some music shit, I was just so excited about the nigga. I gave him some of my, I gave him beats or whatever. High Power was one of them. What a fucking song. High Power was one of them, which he killed and destroyed. Yo, when I tell you, you should never give a nigga like Kendrick Lamar home court advantage. You know what I'm saying? Because he came back with an incredible verse.
And he was like, I saw one of your videos years ago, and you was robbing a liquor store, and you was going by a different name. And he said, when I saw that video, it made me want to get on my shit and go harder. And he did this long text, and then at the end of it, he's like, yo, it's signed Kendrick. And I was like, oh shit.
While many people agreed with his views, some were upset with the way he went about expressing his disagreements. They called him a hypocrite for judging rappers who promote violence, especially since he makes similar music. In response, this is what he had to say to them.
A lot of people think I put down what others do. Nah, I don't put down what people talk about and that's their choice. I talk about it too. I talk about murder, I talk about violence, I talk about all of that. But the backstory behind it is the consequences for it. Who gives the consequences for it? Who's going to pay for these things? Not to glorify it, to educate you on it, to know that it's real.
Personally, I agree with this, as in most of his songs, he sheds light on its real, painful consequences. Through his lyrics, he paints a picture of the struggles people face in violent environments, often connecting it to bigger issues like poverty and inequality. Kendrick doesn't just tell stories of hardship, he encourages reflection, showing how violence affects not just the victims, but the communities and individuals caught in its cycle. His songs aren't about promoting conflict, but about making people think and ultimately pushing for change and understanding. If you made it to the end, I just want to take a moment to thank you for being amazing. Your support means the world. If you enjoyed the content, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Let's take this community to new heights and get it to the moon. Thanks again for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.